Radical.
Had an upload a ways back called Don't Mess with Nikola Jokic, where he was blindsided by Markieff Morris, and then he straight elbowed him in the back. Just went Hulk on him, elbowed in the back. I wouldn't mess with the guy. The guy's kind of a hothead. But maybe that's why the Warriors did what they did. He actually got two technicals. One was a technical on what he thought was not a foul on Andrew Wiggins. Then he slammed the basketball down on the court, outstretched his arms, got a technical there. And the other one, was it during this where he got lightly patted on the behind and was angry about that? Possibly. I'm not sure when the second technical was. It might have been. I'm not sure. Or they might have just been broken up. But he got two technicals. He got ejected from the game, and they got blown out by the Warriors. The Denver Nuggets are down 2-0, and it's kind of hard to see them coming back, making a legit comeback with the Warriors team like that is constructed. They're playing some pretty amazing small ball. Now, about what happened to Nikola Jokic. This was kind of funny. This wasn't like Markieff Morris slamming into him, possibly, damaging his ribs, with a hit like that. This was just light and playful. What happened was a much shorter player, Gary Payton II, actually blocked Nikola Jokic. Then going on the way back on offense, stared him down a bit like, yeah, did I just block the MVP there? Nikola Jokic? On the way back, they scored a three-pointer, and then the Nuggets had to call a timeout to just take control of the situation. Well, Gary Payton walked by, and you'll see in the video here, unless the NBA doesn't like it and I had to rework the upload, you'll see Gary Payton walking by and just... Well, he wasn't slapping him on the booty, not like that. He just kind of gave him a light little brushing like, hey, buddy, there you go. Doing good, pal, aren't you? Yeah, you're trying hard. Well, it remains true. Do not mess with Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic went over and he body slammed him. Picked him up and... No, he didn't do that. But he was about to do something until Steph Curry had to get between him and break things up. Yeah. So don't mess with Nikola Jokic. Unless you actually want him to get some technical fouls and then get ejected from the game. So there. Also, the Nuggets team seemed to be falling apart because DeMarcus Cousins and some other guy was a little bit chippy on the bench. So, I don't know. That team is just... they're just not what they could be. They don't have their number two guy, or number one, their number one scorer. Jamal is his name, right? They don't have their number one scorer, so maybe I see them winning possibly one in this series, but I don't know. Now, outside of that, I think they had Draymond Green on Jokic, and he was playing some lockdown defense. They had Jordan Poole going off for back-to-back 30-point games. I mean, Steph had 34 points, right? But he's coming off the bench. I repeat that. Steph Curry was coming off the bench scoring 34 points, and Jordan Poole had 29 points in this game, and I think over 30 points in the previous game. They're just an offensive powerhouse. Now, I think they lack in defense a bit. I think the Warriors might get exposed a bit if they somehow make it past the Suns and get into a finals with the Bucks, if they make it all the way. But still, I mean, it's hard to see any offense really going toe-to-toe with the Warriors when they're really hitting on all cylinders. When you have Curry, Wiggins, Clay, I know he's been kind of cold lately, and then Poole now emerging as a freaking star. Also, outside of this game, in this series, the most interesting thing to watch was the game one between the Celtics and the Nets. For many reasons. A homecoming for a guy that used to be on that team, Kyrie Irving, and they didn't show him any love. No love lost between the Celtics and Kyrie Irving. You remember Kyrie Irving, actually, he stomped on the little Irishman at half court. Yeah, they remembered that. So they let him hear it, and he flipped fans off. He let them see his birds, and they let him see 38 points. The problem was Kevin Durant couldn't close in that one. So that's why they lost that one. Durant didn't have that great of a game. Props out to the Celtics, though. Rune Mamba, hey, you might have called it. The Celtics might be winning that series. Props to the Celtics and Jason Tatum's first buzzer beater. You owe it to yourself to look up that buzzer beater. It's not a buzzer beater 3. It was a quick dash to the goal. Just, I would say, probably easily the best game of the past week of the playoffs, Celtics and Nets. Outside of that, the Timberwolves got a shocking win. The Bulls went down. Just too many things to talk about. I don't have time now to go into all that, but very interesting first week of the NBA playoffs. I'll say that.